Namaste. A very warm welcome to one and all. On behalf of Team Vedant, I take this opportunity to welcome you all at India's biggest virtual conference organized by Vedant Knowledge Systems Private Limited. Sustainable Development Goals 2030, Bridging Gaps, Building Futures for Viksit Bharat at 2047, a multidisciplinary international virtual conference happening between 18 to 22nd February 2025. Let us begin the conference with the prayer in the lotus feet of Almighty. Sanandamanandavane vasantam Anandakandam Atpapavrindam Varanasena Thamanatanatham Sri Vishwanatham Sharanam Prapadde. As the visionary organizers of this 11th conference, Vedant Knowledge Systems Private Limited is committed to fostering intellectual discourse, innovation and societal progress. Team Vedant has humbly taken vision of Viksit Bharat as their mission, and the present conference is the third version of Viksit Bharat at 2047 theme conferences, touching thousands of youth and hundreds of educators from diverse institutions and disciplines. With a rich history of organizing impactful conferences and academic events, we believe in creating platforms that transcend boundaries and empower individuals with knowledge and resources. Since last 10 years, Team Vedant is serving to various spheres of education and research domain at national and international levels in various capacities and earn many feathers in its crown. 50 plus universities, 200 plus colleges and 50,000 plus individuals have been served through Vedant's meaningful interventions. The major objectives of organizing the present conference are to realize the vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047 by taking it into mission mode through building ecosystem for a sustainable development, holistic growth of youth and empowering larger communities. Another objective is to create platform for diverse scholars and practitioners to collaborate on multidisciplinary solutions addressing multiple SDGs. The next one is to explore how India's vision for Viksit Bharat 2047 aligns with global SDG agenda for 2030 and to promote innovative practices, policies and technologies to bridge gaps and build resilient, sustainable communities. As you all know, the world approaches 2030 deadline for achieving the sustainable development goals. It is crucial for India to not only contribute to this global endeavor but also to align it with its national vision of a Viksit Bharat, a developed and inclusive India, by marking its 100th anniversary happening in 2047. This international research conference seeks to foster cross-disciplinary discussions, engage diverse stakeholders and catalyze innovative solutions to accelerate progress towards the SDGs while preparing India for sustainable, inclusive and prosperous future. Kishkinda University, Karnataka is knowledge partner of the present conference. The conference is specially supported by Monarch University and Atmiya University. This conference is happening between 18th February 2025 to 22nd February 2025. The chief guest of this event is Padmashri Dr. Jagdish Trivedi. The keynote speakers of this event are Professor Dr. Raj Nehru, Professor Dr. Pratap C. Chauhan, Professor Dr. Vedvyas Trivedi, Professor Shiv Govind Puri, Professor Paresh Joshi, Dr. Kashmira Mehta, Dr. Mehul Dave. The plenary speakers of this event are Professor Nicholas Burns, Dr. Eroz Waja, Dr. Manisha, Dr. Evangelia Vasilakov, Professor Yashin Sarma, and the guest speakers are Sri Aniket Bhai Thakur, Dr. T.N. Nagabhushana, Professor Dr. Nihar Ranjan Biswas, Sri Jwalant Bhai Chhaya, Dr. Amrita Singh, Sri Siddharth Sharma. Moving further in this beautiful event, it is heartening to share with you all that hundreds of institutions and thousands of participants have made this event India's biggest virtual conference. The present event is blessed by Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Bhai Shah, Honorable Education Minister Sri Dharmendra Pradhanji, Member of Rajya Sabha Sri Rambhai Mokaria Sahib, Advisor to Haryana Government Sri Siddharth Sharma ji, MLA Palanpur Sri Aniket Bhai Thakur ji, saints from various institutions and temples, education leaders from various academic institutions have blessed this event. I would like to name the session chair and experts: Dr. Shamin Varsi, Dr. Namita Pandey, Dr. Priyanka Mishra, Miss Archana J.R., Dr. Neelu Kumari, Dr. Jyoti Khandelwal, Dr. Ramesh Cheripalli, Dr. Tanushri Chaudhary, Dr. Hiranmaya Nanda, Dr. S. Sri Ranjani Moksagundam, Dr. Astha Saxena, Dr. Gunmala Gugala, Dr. Sikha Singh, Dr. Shubhankar Saha, Dr. Rosni Tijoriwala, Dr. Pawan Kumar, Dr. Pooja Sharma, Dr. Atiya Kausar, Dr. M. Karthik, Dr. Payal Khurana, Dr. Shilpi R, Dr. Ramani Jaideep Ramaniklal, Dr. Sunil Der, Dr. Jyoti Kukreja, Jayshree Vivek Patole, Dr. Chandan Kumar Shiva, Dr. Richa Chauhan, Dr. Sachidananda Sen, Dr. Meera M. Gumaste, Dr. Gurpreet Kaur, Dr. Ashish Maurya, Dr. Sumitha J, Dr. Prerna Agarwal, Fazil Sheikh, Vedic Baseti, Dr. Abhishek Sharma, Mary Binu TD, Dr. Ala Srivani, Dr. Krishna Kumar Gupta, Dr. Manojit De, Dr. Shiv Kumar Verma, Dr. Vaishali Kapoor, Dr. Purnima Ji, Sujit Singh, Dr. P. Raghavendra, Dr. Anshu, Dr. Sarvari Solapure, Dr. Madhvi Tiwari, Dr. Subhas Patankar, Rashmi Harti, Dr. Nishu, Dr. Alshad KB, Dr. Utara Deolankar, Dr. Alka Ranjan, Dr. Gautam Arora, Dr. Ruchi Goswami, Dr. Pavan Kumar BK, Dr. K. Ravindra, Dr. Aditi Parikh, Maithili Sangum, Miss Anam Khan, Dr. Tina, Dr. Anand R, Dr. D. Susistra, Parul Saxena, Dr. Seema Thakran, Dr. Mridula Misra, Mr. Rohit Rahul Jadhav, Miss Iram Arman, Dr. Sujata Sengupta, Kuntal Mandal, Dr. Radha Vyas, Dr. Sonendra Kumar Gupta, Professor Yasmin Sarma, Dr. Usana Johar RB, Dr. Bhakti Deshmukh, Dr. Faizur Rashid, Dr. Sanjay Mane, Dr. Sagar Wankhede, Dr. Anju Beniwal, Dr. Divya Srivastav, Dr. Manmeet Kaur, Dr. Sahana, Dr. Lydia Ghosh, Dr. Manisha Kumari Deep, Dr. Kanchan Kaul, Anand Ravichandran, Dr. R. Rajeswari Ramachandran, Dr. Narayan R. Chandak, Dr. Ganesh Bhaiya Regulwar, Dr. Manjunath S, Dr. Susant Singh, Dr. Girish Kumar Penoli, Dr. Ranjini ML, Kavitha Durai Pandian, Dr. P. Chengaredi, Padmavati Gundgurti, Dr. Rajni Rohila, Supama Das, Kavita Singh, P. Usha, Gana Kumar G, Dr. Amruta Vijay Surana, Dr. Abu Sufyan Sirujjuddin Sheikh, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Vinod Kumar Rajana, Professor S.K. Bose, Dr. Hardeep Kaur, Dr. Ripu, Dr. N. Revathi, Dr. P. Maheshwari, Dr. Ivan Joseph, Dr. Vidya, Mr. Arun N, Professor Renu Parikh, Dr. Pramod Ram Vadate, Dr. Rahul Bachute, Dr. Rajan Sharma, Professor Iqbal Hawaldar, Professor Sandeep Kumar Panchal, Kriti Sharma, Dr. J. Somshekar, Dr. Maulik Shah, Dr. Smruti Vakil, Dr. Monica Lamba, Dr. Shraddha Arora, Nilanjana Singh, Dr. Jonika Lamba, Dr. Shakuntala Bura, Mr. Shubham Sachan, Dr. Shamala Mantri, Satya D, Dr. Anuradha, Dr. Vinutha Moses, Saleha Tabassum, Dr. Rohit Sharma, Dr. Neelam Khandelwal, Juhi Singh, Dr. Naina Brahmabhat, Dr. Abdul Malik, Dr. P. Muthu Krishnamal, Dr. Neetu Sharma, Dr. M. Tamilarsi, Chandrakant Mahanti, Dr. Sahana Prasad, Dr. Kanchan Bharadwaj, Dr. Sheshang Degawala, Dr. Anant Kumar Verma, Dr. Rohit Bakhtaria, Dr. Sai Gita Chituru, Dr. K. Hima Bindu, Dr. Ravi Tank. These are the session chair and experts who are contributing to the development of this nation and the event. Guys, let me introduce our chief guest, Padmashri Dr. Jagdish Trivedi. He is philanthropist, humorist, international artist and writer. Dr. Jagdish Trivedi is a multifaceted personality renowned on an international level. He has been conferred with Padmashri by Honorable President of India in the graceful presence of Honorable Prime Minister, Vice President, and Home Minister of India. The Honorable President of India awarded him with the Sangeet Natak Academy Award too. It is the first time in the history of India that someone is felicitated with two highly prestigious awards by the Honorable President in span of 46 days. His dedication to philanthropy is apparent in his proclamation to contribute a considerable amount of 11 crore rupees, of which 13 crores have been contributed in the past 7 to 8 years, and the journey of selfless service is still continuous. The funds are to be provided primarily to those in need of medical and education facilities. A prominent contributor to the global preservation and promotion of Indian and Gujarati culture, Dr. Trivedi has performed over 3,000 performances across 28 countries and authored 72 books, 100 DVDs and 450 videos. Nationally and internationally awarded with prestigious awards and honors for his significant contributions to literature and arts. I would like to invite Honorable Chief Guest of this event, Padmashri Jagdish Bhai Trivedi, to talk to us. Sri Jagdish Bhai Trivedi.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं जगदीश त्रिवेदी। इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में हिस्सा लेने वाले सभी प्रतियोगियों, रिसर्च करके अपने रिसर्च पेपर दर्ज करने वाले सभी संशोधकों, सम्मानित सभी अतिथिगण और वेदांत नॉलेज सिस्टम के पूरी टीम है, लेकिन वो पूरी टीम के दो अग्रगण्य युवान डॉक्टर अर्जुन दवे और राज सोनी, आप सबको जगदीश त्रिवेदी का प्यार भरा नमस्कार। दिल मिले किसी को दिलदार मिले, फूल मिले किसी को फूलों का हार मिले, यारी मिले किसी को और किसी को यार मिले, लेकिन मुझे सुनने वाले सभी को सारे जहां का प्यार मिले। ये जो सब्जेक्ट है वो मुझे बहुत पसंद आया, विकसित भारत 2047, क्योंकि ये हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी का स्वप्न है और अब केवल हमारे प्रधानमंत्री का स्वप्न नहीं है, लेकिन मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि 140 करोड़ हिंदुस्तानियों का स्वप्न है कि जब आजादी के 100 साल पूरे हो तब 2047 में हमारा राष्ट्र विकसित भारत बन जाए। ये अभी विकासशील है, जो विकसित, पूर्ण विकसित बनने जा रहा है और 2047 की ओर हमारे मुकम्मल कदम उठ रहे हैं। हम देख रहे हैं कि हम जा रहे हैं हमारे लक्ष्य की ओर। और ये जो सम्मेलन, ये इतनी बड़ी कॉन्फ्रेंस जो वेदांत नॉलेज सिस्टम ने आयोजित की है, उसका सब्जेक्ट इसलिए मुझे मनहर लगा क्योंकि SDG 2030 सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स 2030 को विकसित भारत 2047 से जोड़ने का ये जो सोच है वो काबिल दाद है। जो ये ब्रिज बनने जा रहा है 2030 और 2047 के बीच में, ये बड़ी अच्छी कल्पना है, बड़ी अच्छी सोच है और हमारे राष्ट्र के निर्माण के लिए अहम भूमिका अदा करने वाली सोच है। इसलिए मैं डॉक्टर अर्जुन दवे और राज सोनी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूं। और अब मैं मेरे आज के विषय के अंदर प्रवेश करूंगा। पहली बात, अभी 2025 चल रहा है। 5 साल के बाद 2030 आएगा और उसमें ये सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स जो हैं SDG 2030, तो ये पहला स्टेप है। और वहां से मुझे दिख रहा है कि 2030 लॉन्चिंग पैड है, वहां से हमें उड़ान भरनी है, वहां से टेक ऑफ होगी विकास की फ्लाइट हमारे राष्ट्र की। और बाद में आने वाले जो 17 साल हैं उसमें तो हमें उड़ना है, हवा में उड़ना है। अभी हम चल के जा रहे हैं। हमने जैसे कोई क्रिकेटर जो बॉलिंग करने के लिए स्टार्टअप लेता है तो वो दौड़ना जब शुरू करता है, तो ऐसा हमने अभी स्टार्ट किया है। मान लो 5 साल के बाद हम जब 2030 में पहुंचेंगे, वहां से हमें टेक ऑफ होना है। और बड़ी गौरव की बात यह है कि हम ये सिर्फ बातें कर रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है। मुकम्मल कदम हम उठा रहे हैं, वो मैं देख सकता हूं। आज मैं अभी ये वीडियो मैं रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहा हूं, तब आज के दिन हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर व्हाइट हाउस में है इस वक्त, और पूरी दुनिया नरेंद्र मोदी और प्रेसिडेंट ट्रम्प दोनों के मिलन को देख रही हैं, दोनों के विचारों को सुन रही हैं, सोच रही हैं। क्योंकि सबसे बड़ी गौरव की बात यह है कि भारत सबसे पुराना लोकतंत्र है। दूसरी गौरव की बात यह है कि पॉपुलेशन में भारत पूरे वर्ल्ड में दूसरे स्थान पर है। और तीसरी गौरवप्रद बाबत यह है कि भारत नंबर 1 युवा राष्ट्र है। इंडिया इज यंगेस्ट कंट्री ऑन द अर्थ। पूरे विश्व में सबसे युवान अगर कोई देश है, सबसे ज्यादा युवान अगर कोई राष्ट्र में हैं आज के दिन, तो वो इंडिया में है। और एक बहुत पुरानी शायरी है, सबने सुनी होगी, याद आती है इसलिए मैं बोल देता हूं कि जो पर्वतों से टकराए उसे तूफान कहते हैं, लेकिन जो तूफानों से टकराए उसे युवान कहते हैं। युवान जो चाहे वो कर सकता है। तो हमारे राष्ट्र के निर्माण के लिए, भारत को विकसित बनाने के लिए, विकसित भारत 2047 का हमारा ये जो लक्ष्य है, टारगेट, वहां तक हमको पहुंचाने के लिए सबसे ज्यादा अगर कोई शक्तिशाली है तो हमारा युवा धन है, हमारे यंगस्टर हैं। विकसित भारत 2047 तक पहुंचने के लिए हमारी शिक्षा प्रणाली, हमारे उद्योग, हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ये सब जो बातें हैं वो बहुत जरूरी है, अहम है। और ये वेदांत नॉलेज सिस्टम इस बातों के ऊपर सबका रिसर्च देख रहा है, सबको रिसर्च करने के लिए आमंत्रित कर रहा है। ये जो प्रतियोगियों हैं वो भी शिक्षा के बारे में, उद्योग के बारे में, हमारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के बारे में सब हमने अपने अपने विचार वो सब प्रस्तुत करने वाले हैं। तो बहुत ही अहम तरीके से और बहुत ही जरूरी सब्जेक्ट की ओर ये सम्मेलन होने जा रहा है। सबसे बड़ा ये ऑनलाइन कॉन्फ्रेंस होने जा रहा है, ये बड़ी खुशी की बात है और इसके सहारे हम जरूर आगे बढ़ पाएंगे। 2030 और 2047 तक हम जा रहे हैं और जरूर पहुंचेंगे। मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन, क्योंकि चंद्र ऊपर भी आज हिंदुस्तान का फ्लैग चंद्र तक पहुंच गया है, मून तक। और जिस तरह से हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं सभी दिशाओं से, हमें जिस तरह से सपोर्ट मिल रहा है दूसरे राष्ट्र का भी, ये बहुत ही गौरव की बात है। हर एक क्षेत्र में आज हिंदुस्तान तरक्की कर रहा है, ये बहुत ही आनंद की बात है। और इस तरह से अगर कॉन्फ्रेंस होते रहे, इस तरह से अगर लोग जुटते रहे, मिलते रहे, अपनी सोच, अपने विचार एक बीजा को अगर वो आदान प्रदान करते रहे, तो मुझे पूरा आत्मविश्वास है कि ये कॉन्फ्रेंस बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाएगी हमारे विकसित भारत 2047 के बारे में। बस ज्यादा तो और कुछ मैं नहीं कहूंगा, क्योंकि जो प्रतियोगियों हैं वो अपनी बात रखने के लिए वो बहुत ही आतुर हैं। तो मैं तो सिर्फ शुभकामना देने के लिए आप सबके बीच में आया हूं। तो फिर से सभी प्रतियोगियों को मेरा बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इस प्रतियोगिता के और इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के आयोजक वेदांत नॉलेज सिस्टम को मेरा बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और मेरे जैसे दूसरे जितने भी अतिथि इसमें शामिल होने वाले हैं और हुए हैं, सभी अतिथि गण को भी मेरा बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। वंदे मातरम। भारत माता की जय।
Thank you, Honorable Padmashri Jagdish Bhai Trivedi, for your invaluable talk, kind words and wise advice to the youth of this nation. Vedant Knowledge Systems Private Limited, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking out time to grace the event among your foreign tour and busy schedule. We are really thankful to you. Thank you. Thank you. Friends, at Vedant, we believe it is our moral duty to appreciate and acknowledge the remarkable performance of the participants who have carried out the research allied with the theme of the conference. Your dedication towards research and willingness to contribute in the journey of making of Viksit Bharat is highly appreciated. There are two types of recognitions announced by Vedant Knowledge Systems to motivate the researchers and felicitate their contributions. The first one is Young Scientist Award. The awardees will receive tablet, award trophy and e-certificate from Vedant Knowledge Systems Private Limited for their remarkable contributions. This award is split in three categories. One category is for educators, second category is for research scholars, and third category is for students. The second recognition is Research Ambassador Felicitation. This awardees will receive memento and e-certificate from Vedant Knowledge Systems for their remarkable contributions. Research Ambassador Felicitation is a common felicitation for all the participants who have presented their papers. After a detailed peer review as well as blind review and scrutiny of all submissions, the awardees are finalized and I am here to announce the names of the winners, the awardees. Young Scientist Award is felicitated upon Dr. Shivangi Tank in Educator category, Ambar Pandya in Research Scholar category and Manav Padmani in Student category. Many congratulations to all these Young Scientist awardees for the recognition. Your contributions are found significant. Vedant acknowledges and congratulates you on this success. Team Vedant has announced to felicitate 50 research ambassadors in this conference. So, here are the winners of Research Ambassador Felicitation. The names of these 50 research ambassadors are Mr. Yash Walde, Mr. Akshay K, Tejinder Kaur Sahota, Dr. Roop Kaval, Mrs. Ritu Gupta, MS Rajnikant, Dr. G. Chiranjeevi Reddy, Miss Swati Anavati, Dr. Asha P. Pathros, Mrs. P. Sri Sita Ram Lakshmi, Parth Majumdar, CMA Sujata, Nikita Nagar, Rinkesh Kumar Mahida, Dr. Chandrasekharan Praveen, Aman Bora, Tanmay Kulkarni, Tuba Tasis, Dinta Murlidharan, Vibhu Bajpai, Aswathi Rajesh, Miss Priyanka Patel, Christian Orlin Wilson Bhai, Karina K, Dr. Jarna Ganguly, Dr. Rita Trivedi, Tarandip Kaur, Ami Sharon Janet, Gautam Bandopadhyay, More Srividya, Paras Kumar Prajapati, Miss Olipriya Das Sarkar, Professor Mohyuddin Hafzal, Miss Tamanna, Mrs. Sambhavi Vikrant Hole, Swathi, Dr. Shruti Salwan, Rumana Anjum, Mrs. Mridula Raghunath Rathod, Meenam Sanjana Devi, Mrs. Parminder Chaudhary, Mrs. Ummu Aman, Neha Kapse, Miss Aishwarya Photpode, Seturu Bharat, Dr. K. Hima Bindu, Dr. Dayavant D. Upadhyay, Chirag Sharma, Shraddha Anaukar, and Dr. Karthika K. Many congratulations to all the research ambassadors for your recognition. Your contributions have really made a good impact. The entire Team Vedant Knowledge Systems congratulate all the young scientists and research ambassador for the contributions. Your award trophy memento would reach to you soon. Today we have Dr. Kashmira Mehta as the keynote speaker with us in this prestigious event. Dr. Kashmira Mehta is serving at Department of English. She is also serving as Dean Faculty of Fine Arts and heading Department of Visual Arts as well as Department of Gujarati at Krantiguru Shyamji Krishna Verma, Kachchh University, Bhuj, India. She has 30 years of teaching experience, having guided PhD and MPhil scholars. Her area of interest include cultural studies, translation studies, Indian English literature and English language teaching. She is actively involved in translating the indigenous Kachchhi and Gujarati languages. She obtained a fellowship for a PhD and a minor research project under UGC. In addition to her brilliant academic career, she is profoundly interested in classical music and obtained Upantya Visharad in classical music. She has trained many students in cultural activities and public speaking. Recently, she obtained a patent entitled Artificial Intelligence Based Vocabulary Building, which was published in the Patent Office Journal of India. She is one of the finest speakers. Let us invite Dr. Kashmira Mehta to talk to us.
Namaste, this is Kashmira Mehta. I'll be speaking on Vision for Viksit Bharat in 2047, and this is the conference, I can say, as the Vedanta says. I'm privileged to speak for them because this is the biggest conference. It will run up to 5 days, 10 plus countries are participating, 2000 institutes are engaged with, and 70 speakers are there, and 10,000 hours of engagement, and vice chancellors, academicians, so many learned scholars are engaged in this conference. So I am happy that I am speaking in the biggest conference of India. Today, my topic for presentation is Vision for Viksit Bharat in folk literature. When I am speaking of folk literature and Viksit Bharat, these are the contrasting things somewhere you think. But when I was thinking about topic for this conference, I thought that I must share my views on folk literature because people in old days also thought of Vikas, Viksit Bharat, development, infrastructural, or whatever they wanted to. So, this is the thing I wanted to share with you. So, my topic today is Vision for Viksit Bharat in folk songs of Gujarat. And for this, I have selected few songs where you can see the vision for Viksit Bharat from the oral parampara that we had in the folk literature. Now, let me tell you what is folk literature. Folk literature or folk lore is a traditional knowledge and beliefs of cultures having no written language. It is transmitted in oral, as we can say, karanopakarana parampara, the word of mouth, and it consists of wisdom. It as written literature is both prose and verse, narratives, poems, songs, myths, stories, rituals, proverbs, riddles, so many things are included in folk literature. Folk literature is produced by lok. Lok means people. So this is folk literature. And while I was explaining the term folk literature, I must tell you that these songs are interwoven in the lives of the people. They are an integral part of society. With the birth of a child to the death, there are songs. There are various songs, rhythms, proverbs, stories, so many things. But especially when I am speaking about songs, I must tell you that there are types of songs. Let us discuss the types of folk songs. So these oral songs have Utsav Geets, Lagna Geets, Halarada, that means lullabies, bhajans, Marasya, when they sing at the time of a death, they are called Marasyas, Ritu Geets, there are bhajans, Rasadas, Shram Geets, and variety of songs you can learn or listen. So while I was listening these songs, I chose 5 songs related to the theme of Vikasit Bharat. So my first choice is Saiba Sadku Bandhav Aaj Mare Wagad Jabu. Now this is the first selection. Now this song says, it urges beloved or a husband or a Saiba, means a beloved, Sadku Bandhav, to build the bridges, the roads, as she wants to go to Wagad, that is the place in Kachchh, in Gujarat. Now let us listen to the song. The second song that I have chosen is Kachchh Ma Anjar Mota Sher Che Ho Chire. Now this song depicts that in Kachchh, Anjar is a city. Now in this song, it describes the whole city. What are the things that are included in one city are there, and this songs depicts very nicely the places, the religious places, chalks and chotas and roads and the things included in the city. So let us listen to this song. The third is Garba, and that is Ma Pava Te Gadthi Utarya Ma Kali Re. Now this Garba, you will be surprised to listen that when goddess mother is coming from Pavagad, she has established a city, that is Champaner. And Champaner has 4-way roads, Char Chauta. And there are shops, haats of Soni, that is blacksmith and goldsmiths, and a variety of people she describes, and variety of things that you can buy from that Champaner, that is the city. So even in Garbas, we can find that these things, their vision, that what kind of a city could a goddess establish, and what kind of a bazaar, heart you can see in that kind of a cities. Isn't it amazing? One more duha I heard, that is Kachdo Khele Khalak Me. That is from Dulerai Karani. He is a famous Kachchi writer. And there are 4 lines that is recited by my student. I am sorry, I forgot to introduce my student Raj Gadvi. As I was wondering how to include these songs to my paper, but when I came across the copyright issues, I thought that you must listen these songs or maybe bhajans or ras, then and then you can understand my vision or my paper presentation. So I requested my student Raj Gadvi, and he is studying in the final year of a bachelor degree in English literature, and he sang these songs for me. So this is the 4 lines, Kachdo Khele Khalak Me. Please listen to this.
कचड़ों खेले खलक में महासागर में मचे कचड़ों खेले खलक में महासागर में मचे जिके दिले कचियों से दिया दिल को
When you say Kachchh khele khalak mein, khalak means the world. When Kachchi people is going somewhere in the world, there are migrants, there are diasporas. Kachchi diasporas are spread everywhere in the world. So this is the time where the poet, the author says that Kachchh khele khalak mein, ji mahasagar mein mach, like a fish in the sea. So there were seaways in those days, old days. So Kachchi people go there everywhere, spread in the world. And one more thing I wish to tell you, that when we say Vasco da Gama found seaway to India, I sometimes feel that it must be corrected, because Vasco da Gama is not the person. Factually, I tell you that Vasco da Gama was lost on the way. And somewhere Kanji Malam, who belongs to Mandavi, helped him and he could find the way to India. So it was Kanji Malam of Kachch who helped him to find out the ways, seaway to Kachch. So again to the topic, Kachchdo khele khalak mein, ji mahasagar mein mach, jate hakdo Kachchi vase, ote diyani Kachch. Where one Kachchi lives, whole Kachch can be set up. So the development, the way the Kachchi people are spread over there in the world, this is the saga of the people of Kachch who are diaspora, proud diaspora of India today. Last thing that I would like to tell you is Gajio song. That is very famous song of Kachch, and this song is a Shram Geet. Ladies who work, they sing this song. Let us listen to this song and then I'll explain you. Shram Geet are sung when working in the groups, and to the set rhythms they are sung. It reduces the boredom and repetitive tasks. Labor work is hard and tedious, so often it includes singing by the workers. In this way, tedious works becomes very much fun, and one sings and other ladies who are working with her are repeating the song, and this song glorify the work urge of the community to work hard and make life better. So when she sings that Gajio Mujo Jor Jalano, this song describes the hardship of Kachchi woman. She has to work to earn money, and it also depicts the inherent spirit of self-reliance of Kachchi women, maybe Indian women you can say. This song contributes to the name of other ornaments like Kambio, Kadla, Muthio, Varlo. She earns and she buys all these ornaments. So her self-reliance, her economical independence is described in this song, folk song. So though she is doing labor work, still she is wearing jewelry and she is fond of jewelry. So This is the song. So she doesn't have to depend on the male partner to buy the jewelry because she is working and she is capable of buying. Self dependency is the beauty of this song. So let us stop here. There are so many songs I can talk about, and these songs glorify their vision for Viksit Bharat. These songs tell us the stories that how they longed, they tried to develop themselves and their nation and their areas where they lived. After discussion of these 5 folk songs, I will conclude my session, and I must tell you that these 5 songs included their vision for Viksit Bharat. Even though rural parts, illiterate people, even they had vision for themselves. Why not us? Let us work together for Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Kashmira Mehta Madam, for your invaluable talk. It has given the insights in the rich tradition of Indian knowledge system as well as connected it with the journey of Viksit Bharat. The organizers of this conference, the entire team Vedant, is highly obliged and thankful to you for your kind gesture, your time, and a very beautiful talk. Thank you. Today, with us, we have our plenary speaker, Dr. R. Rajeswari Ramachandran. Dr. Ramachandran is a professor of computer science at Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. With 14 years of teaching experience, she holds multiple degrees including MCA, MPhil, PhD, MSc Yoga, and she is also UGC SAT qualified. She has contributed in the domain of research publications by publishing numerous research papers in Scopus Index journals. She has mentored PhD scholars and contributed significantly to research in AI-driven healthcare, bioinformatics, and cybersecurity. Dr. Rajeswari has received grants for AI-based research projects and has filed patents in AI-driven wildlife surveillance as well as healthcare recommendations. She also serves as editor and reviewer on board of various reputed journals including Springer, ESIJ, IJSER, etc. She has been actively engaged in delivering her keynote and plenary sessions as well as serving as session chair in various national and international conferences. Let me invite Dr. R. Rajeswari Ramachandran to deliver her plenary talk.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all present at this prestigious international conference. I am Dr. Rajeswari from Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology, also a member of IGEN, the Institute of Green Engineers, Chennai. It's my privilege to address you in this India's biggest virtual multidisciplinary international conference on Sustainable Development Goals 2030. As we collectively envision a Viksit Bharat 2047, a developed, sustainable and prosperous India. Today we are connected to discuss about a set of global goals that aim to create a better and more sustainable future for all the SDGs. Let's begin with what is SDG. The Sustainable Development Goals were adopted by 193 member states of United Nations on September 2015. They have a universal call with agenda, a comprehensive plan of action for people, planet and prosperity. It is made up of a political declaration with 17 goals, 169 targets, over 230 indicators for measuring progress and a framework for follow-up and review. This 17 goals in total, each addressing a difficult area of global development, which talks about action to be taken to end poverty, protect the planet and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2030. as the countries agreed to undertake a synthesis process on various streams of sustainable development together into one agenda in 2012, which led to the 2015 adoption of Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. That same year, three complementary outcomes were also reached. The first one is the Paris Climate Agreement, the second is the Sendai Framework Disaster Risk Reduction, and the Addis Ababa Action Agenda on Financing for Development. Where the discussion in the Paris Agreement was reached on December 12, 2015 in Paris, France, at the 21st session of Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Convention on Climate Change. The agreement was later formally adopted by 190 countries, coming into effect on November 4, 2016, where that agreement has covered with three main goals. The first one as to keep global warming well below 2 degrees Celsius compared with pre-industrial levels, with an ambition of limiting this rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. For your reference and note, it is estimated that global temperature have already risen 1.2 degrees Celsius. The second one is to increase the ability to adapt to the adverse impact of climate change and foster climate resilience and low greenhouse gas emission development in a manner that does not threaten food protection. The third one is to make finance flows consistent with the pathway towards low greenhouse gas emission and climate resilience development. As they target on three different actions like one in enhance resilience and adaptability to climate related hazards and natural disasters across all nations. By strengthening the climate related hazards, focus on adaptation, protecting people from intensifying disasters as global temperature rise. If the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold is breached, over 3 billion lives would become a risk. Adaptation involves adjusting ecological, social, and economic systems through measures like flood defense, early warning systems, drought resistant crops, and policy uniforms. Here I give the chart a statistical report on illustrating global effort to enhance resilience against climate related hazards from 2015 to 2025. It showcases trends in flood defenses, investments, early warning system coverage, drought resistant crops adoption, and climate policy reforms. Secondly, they have a target on integrate climate change measures in national policies, strategies, and planning. This broad target assesses whether countries are implementing climate action measured by the number of countries with nationally determined contributions, long-term strategies, national adoption plans, and total annual greenhouse gas emission. All 193 Paris Agreement signatories have submitted an initial NDC with 177 updating theirs in 2020, where 107 of these were more ambitious in this climatic watching conditions. Here I give a statistical report on the integration of climate change measures into national policies, strategies, and planning from 2015 to 2025. It highlights the trends in climate policies, renewable energy adoption, carbon pricing, and green infrastructure investment. And the target 3 is improve education, awareness raising, and human institutional capacity on climate change mitigation, adaptation, impact reduction, and early warning. Whereas climate change education is vital for empowering individuals with the knowledge, skills, and values needed for climate action, which is declared by the UNESCO. This target aligns with SDG 13, measuring the integration of climate education into national policies, curriculum, teacher training, and assessments. However, an analysis of 100 national curriculum frameworks shows that 47% do not mention climate change, and while 95% of teachers acknowledge its importance, Only one third can effectively explain in regional effects. To bring a change in global climate, we have an introduction about Climate Action Project (CARP), empower students to drive climate action. Climate action education is essential in empowering students and teachers to contribute the environmental solution and build a resilient global community. Through initiatives like Take Action Global, TAC, Climate Action Project, climate education is reshaped to engage millions of students and teachers across 171 countries. One of the profound impact of climate education on the students and teachers' sense of agencies. For students, learning about climate change and becoming directly involved in climate actions fosters leadership, skills, and a personal commitment to environmental management. Educators benefit by joining an engaged network of climate aware teachers, enhancing the global impact as climate concepts enter classrooms worldwide. TAGS initiates has trained a global community of teachers in climate action and educational best practices, performing an international network of educators who continue to share ideas and amplify each other's effort. The Climate Action Project at TAG recognizes the interconnectedness of SDGs. While all the 17 goals are crucial, CARB prioritizes specific goals that directly related to climate action and education, forming the foundation of our program. Here shows the CARB aligns three SDGs. One is SDG number 4, quality education. The second one is SDG number 13, climate action. And the third is SDG number 17, the partnership for the goals. Let's begin with the quality education. CARB fosters collaboration between educators, students, industries, and organizations worldwide. These partnerships facilitate knowledge sharing and amplifying about the impact of climate action initiatives, aligning with SDG number 17, focus on global cooperation. The Climate Action Project has proven to be a powerful tool for empowering students to become a climate change leader by providing a structural curriculum, supporting resources, and global community of educators. CARB has made significant strides in advancing climate action education. Through its focus on student engagement, virtual collaboration, and real world projects, CARB is equipping young people with the knowledge and skills to address the challenge of climate change. As CARB continues to grow and evolve, it will remain committed to its mission of empowering 1 million students by 2030, ensuring a sustainable future for all. CARB directly addresses this goal by empowering students to understand and tackle climate change through hands-on projects and collaborative efforts. Students-led initiatives like tree planting, making more and more awareness activities to the public to reduce the carbon footprints and contribute to SDG 13 target. Collectively, we all together fight against climate change, which is not possible by an individual effort. Every small action we take contribute to a greater impact on our planet. By working together, we can reduce carbon dioxide emission and create a greener, healthier environment for future generations. Here we go with the Tirukural. விண்தோய வென்றோரும் போகிப் பழிந்தோர் மண்டியின் மாழ்குவதொன்று. விண்தோய வென்றோரும் போகிப் பழிந்தோர் மண்டியின் மாழ்குவதொன்று. This Quran highlights the critical role of rainfall in sustaining life and warns of the consequences of environmental degradation. Climate change has led to erratic weather patterns, droughts, and water crises. Sustainable actions like afforestation, reducing emission, and water conservation are essential to protect our planet from climate-related disasters. The SDGs are interconnected and designed to achieve sustainable development in a balanced and integrated manner. By addressing these goals, we can tackle global challenge and create a better future for all. And finally, the cooperation and partnership of researchers, academicians, industries, students, and a common man are essential for achieving these SDGs. By working together, we can leverage resources and expertise to create a sustainable future. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Maria Zina Johnson, Chancellor, Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai; Dr. Ramesh, President, Arjun, the Institute of Green Engineers, Chennai; Dr. Arjun Dev, Director, Vedant Knowledge Systems Private Limited, Gujarat. Thank you all. Vanakkam. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. R. Rajeswari Ramachandran Madam, for your valuable time and very interesting talk. Team Vedant Knowledge Systems is really grateful to you for your time and all support. Thank you. Guys, today with us we have our guest speaker, Dr. T.N. Nagabhushana. Professor Dr. T.N. Nagabhushana is distinguished academician and researcher, currently serving as the Vice Chancellor of Kishkinda University. With a remarkable career spanning several decades, he has made significant contributions to the field of higher education, research and institutional development. His visionary leadership is dedicated to fostering academic excellence, innovation and holistic learning, ensuring that Kishkinda University emerges as a hub of knowledge and progress. Dr. Nagabhushana's expertise and commitment to education continue to inspire students, faculty members and researchers, driving the university towards new heights of academic distinctions. We are really pleased to have Professor to talk to us. Let's invite Professor Dr. T.N. Nagabhushana to deliver his talk.
This is Professor T.N. Nagabhushana, Vice Chancellor, Kishkinda University, Bellary. The topic given to me is realizing SDG 2030 and Viksit Bharat 2047 through the efforts of youth and academia. SDG 2030 refers to Sustainability Development Goals introduced by the United Nations in the year 2015. 17 specific goals have been introduced and the time frame of 15 years was actually set to achieve these targets. Already 10 years are over now. In the remaining 5 years, it is necessary to understand where we are and what is to be done to ensure that all these goals are achieved. Viksit Bharat is the vision of our Prime Minister that India should be a fully developed country by 2047. This means we will be celebrating 100 years of independence in 2047 and India should stand tall as a fully developed nation. The role of youth and academia are very, very critical to achieve these objectives. The SDG 2030 now appears to be a short-term goal in next 5 years and Viksit Bharat is a long-term goal which has a period of 22 years from now. Youth are very important components of our society. Youths will be able to take major share of developmental activities of any nation. The youths need to be empowered in many areas in order to see that they contribute significantly. One of them basically refers to the skill development. There is a need for establishing training centers and also vocational programs and also identify the skills that are changing frequently. We know that the technology is changing rapidly. The information communication technology, along with the recent technology related to artificial intelligence and machine learning, which have changed the total landscape of the skill requirements. The new skills need to be made available to the entire youth community so that they become skillful and take part in the nation's developmental activities. Youths can also serve as entrepreneurs. Some of the gifted youths can get trained on entrepreneurship programs and offer jobs. And job creation is one of the pivotal requirements to distinguish that we are a developed nation. Youths are also very important component in the governance and policy making and leadership development. So enough opportunities need to be created to impart this kind of knowledge and skills. Science, technology, engineering and management, they are the four pillars of any development. Therefore, the STEM programs need to be strengthened according to the needs and changing landscape of the education systems across the world. There is a need for global exposure for our youths so that they understand what is happening at a global level and what changes that they can always bring in to our country. So therefore, youth basically need to be trained, and also enough opportunities in all these segments need to be created by appropriate schemes with appropriate funding so that our youths will be fully deployed for overall development of varieties of activities. Coming to the academia, academia comprises of universities, institutes of higher education. India has a large number of universities and premier institutions. Now, the government of India has released the National Education Policy 2020. Already 4 years are over. The NEP 2020 is a very robust policy to ensure that our education system grow further and strengthen the requirement of knowledge in the 21st century. It has all components for overall growth of individuals in our country. The NEP is under implementation at various stages of implementation in each of the states. Now, this NEP 2020 in the context of higher education emphasizes that the learning inside the classroom is minimum and learning outside is maximum. This supports the concept of engagement of students by the faculty. So conventional teacher-centric system is taken out and student-centric system is brought in here. Project-based learning and practical applications, interdisciplinary approaches, multidisciplinary programs are part of New Education Policy 2020. So therefore, all these goals basically are well planned and well designed. So therefore, these needs to be implemented in totality. The research and development is an important component for education systems. Every department, every program need to have a sustainable research and development. There is a need for increased funding and establishment of varieties of laboratories that supports the concurrent research is very, very critical. The government need to spend money on establishing research and development centers in all institutions of higher learning and support the university systems. The industries are also doing quite well at this point of time. India is recognized as a major hub of IT industry. Research and development in the IT sector and also innovative technologies need to be further strengthened. Our youths and the students who are actually in the universities need to really take part in this particular component, and industry institution reaction is very, very important to update the curriculum to fill the gaps between industry and academia, and also the industries must always ensure that they share the knowledge and also tools and technologies to the universities, so that the students gain that kind of knowledge and also skill, so that they become immediately deployable in the industrial requirements. The curriculum updates need to be done in concurrence with the industry, the stakeholders such as the alumni, and also the parents and the social media people, in the sense that the overall curriculum must take a shape where it consolidates the ideas of a collective wisdom, so that our students gain overall knowledge in all subjects. Curriculum need to be updated periodically based on the requirements and in the changing landscape of the educational needs. Online and flexible learning is also very important. Now, let's look into the technology. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are changing the whole landscape of education system, and they offer very competitive, self-tutored learning environments. Already many tools and toolkits are already available. They provide one-to-one learning environment. Intelligent tutoring systems and adaptive learning are going to be totally dominate the whole education system in the coming years. The gross enrollment ratio is 28% at present. If you want it to be 50% by end of 2030, the only AI driven technology need to be deployed. Powerful AI driven tools and technologies and libraries, and also the necessary softwares supported by GPUs need to be given to the institutions to conduct research and training, and also create a conducive learning environment where we can provide higher education, and in such a way that the graduates are fully knowledgeable and highly skilled, so that the youth and the graduates who are coming out of such systems are going to contribute to the fulfillment of all the 17 goals of the SDG 2030 and beyond. India will definitely look forward to become a developed nation by 2047.
The entire team Vedant and the directors of Vedant Knowledge Systems are really grateful to you, Professor T.N. Nagabhushana sir. Kishkinda University is also associated in this mega event as knowledge partner, and your talk has enlightened us in this journey of Viksit Bharat. We are really grateful to you for your invaluable time, support and all the love. Thank you sir. Thank you. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. To justify this vote of thanks journey is very important, and we are together traveling towards Viksit Bharat and witnessing this India's biggest virtual conference for 5 days. Vedant Knowledge Systems Private Limited and all stakeholders of it are feeling honored to host you all in India's biggest virtual conference addressing Sustainable Development Goals 2030 and Viksit Bharat at 2047. It is indeed pleasure to have graceful presence of esteemed guests, esteemed speakers, experts, session chairs and dear participants. We would like to thank one and all participated in this event directly, indirectly, for being with us in this beautiful event. We would like to thank our mentors, advisors, esteemed experts, all the dear participants, knowledge partner institutions, leaders of our nation and leaders from education sector, directors of Vedant Knowledge Systems and all the stakeholders of this event for your time, contributions and all love. Thank you all. Thank you for being with us in this journey. Thank you.